Hello everybody, welcome back. Yes, we're finally back to more actual, real videos. That's not Alabama vlogs. So, to everyone who did watch the Alabama vlogs, which was my daily series when I went to the trip on Alabama with Eli and my family, please go watch that. It's gonna be at the end cards. So you can just click that playlist. It's a lot of fun. You get to really learn the inside outs of what we do. So there you go. Also, guys, on Patreon, I just released another exclusive Patreon video. So if you want to see that exclusive video, make sure to go to Patreon and do all that fun type of stuff. Patreon is a monthly subscription where you're able to help me out every single month. The lowest is $1 a month. That's $12 a year to help me just do what I do best, and that's being an idiot in front of a camera for your entertainment. That's my new slogan. So, yeah. So anyways, today, guys, we're going to talk about the N64. Not about the N64, the N64 Classic. So there's been a lot of rumors kind of going around seeing that if we're even going to be getting it. Now, we've talked about this on our podcast on The Nest, which you should go subscribe to. Again, at the end, I will have a link up for that. And like Retro and Houdini and everyone else was really excited for an N64 Classic, but I really wasn't. The only reason why I didn't really was super happy about it is not because I don't want it to come out, I think it's going to flop or whatever. I just think that they're going to be making this their new marketing tactic. You know, instead of fixing things on the Switch that needs to be fixed, including the issues that deal with any games, but also things that deal with the Switch and the internal hardware of the whole hacking thing. I think right now Nintendo needs to be focusing on that instead of trying to keep bringing out these classic systems. And I'm not saying that they're not cool. You know, I went out and bought the SNES Classic when I first started working at my job at Target, and I'm gonna go back there when the NES Classic releases, which was last week, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I bought one. Because I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of being able to plug in HDMI and be done with it. I don't have to worry about cartridges, I don't have to worry about anything. And you can go in and reprogram the chips as well too if you know how to do that type of thing. But for the N64 Classic, I just truthfully thought that there wasn't a lot of great games for it, in my personal eye of opinion. Now also, the N64 was also a very big push in what they're doing. Everything wasn't all platforming and very simple shooters like Doom and stuff like that had great graphics and great music. They really made it open world concepts, which I thought were amazing whenever I, again, was first learning about the whole video gaming thing back in the day. But since I grew up with the PlayStation 1, and since I grew up also with the Xbox 360 and the PS2 and stuff like that, the open world concept was already in my brain, I guess. So I didn't really see anything fascinating about it. But I thought fascinating was the NES and SNES because of how more involved they put in their games. Now again, these are all just my personal opinions from back in the day. Now obviously with me hanging out with all the people I hang out, well now, you know, it's great things. Everything that Nintendo has produced has been really, really cool. Give or take the DSi, but we'll take that out of consideration. But yeah, I just didn't think that it was going to be that big of a deal until I thought I would bring it up on the podcast, and everyone was upset that I didn't want one out. And I guess that just speaks for myself that I didn't think that there was that many games that I would like on there. Now, obviously, I would love to get it and try it and have my mom be with me because my mom grew up on the SNES, N64, PS1, while I grew up on PS1, PS2, and Xbox. But also Nintendo handheld until I got a Wii in 2006. So I dealt with the handheld thing since 2004, I think. I had the DS for like my birthday gift or whatever. That was my first actual like portable system I ever had. So I have a very big thing with Nintendo, but also with Sony and Xbox. So there goes my whole like open world thing, you know. But whenever I kind of started reading off more and more games, I'm like, that'll be interesting to see and stuff like that. So the whole video I'm making today isn't that I don't want an N64 Classic to come out. It's more of what information do we have right now on it. The only thing that I know of right now is that they put a patent out of like a few weeks ago on possibly bringing it into store shelves. Now, what games are going to be on it is fully not in my control. I truthfully wish that they could put put GoldenEye 007 on there. You already know by now that they're going to put Mario Kart 64, Super Mario 64. They're going to be putting on, you know, all these games. They're going to be putting on all the Zelda games and probably all of the new F-Zero games, F-Zero, Fox games, whatever you want to call them. I know what I'm trying to say, right? So yeah, so again, the video isn't about that I don't want to come out. It's just, again, wasn't me kind of seeing that what potential it had. But also with me, I'm also very scared of the skyrocket in price. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I already know by now that it's going to be higher than what we have right now. NES and SNES emulation is extremely easy to do. You just need like just a dual core processor. You don't even need that, but a dual core processor, 1 gig of RAM, and you're done. Where for N64, you need to actually put like a real graphics chip in them. And that's where I'm going to start seeing that they might have to sell for $100. But with that though, would they sell with 4 controllers? Would they only sell with 2 or 1? None of us really know. So I want you guys to be really creative in the comments down below. I want you guys to put yourself in Nintendo's eyes. And I want you guys to tell me, but also tell everyone who watches the videos, what you think is going to be done with the N64 Classic. Do you think it's even going to come out? What games do you think are going to be on there, except for the few that I listed, obviously Zelda, Mario. We know those already. But what games do you want to see come out? Even if they're not going to be able to, what games do you want to see? And do you think it's going to come with 4, 2, or 1 controller? With a parenthesis S and in parenthesis. And also, what price do you think it's going to be sold for? So to answer those questions, I really hope 007, GoldenEye can go on there. I'm a big fan of the game. I've been a fan of 007 for a long time. And so was I a fan of Western. So you have that. I do think it is going to come out, even though personally, again, I don't think a lot of great games are going to be on there. I think they're going to be really sparing for the few that a lot of people probably didn't play. But again, if it does come out, I'm going to be happy for it, and I'm going to buy it no matter what, because I want to see what they're going to do with it. I am a big tech nerd, so I may not be all about, oh my god, it has this game on there, but I'm going to be like, oh, it has this processor in it running this type of stuff? Cool. That's when I'm a nerd. I am the nerd. Not the angry video game nerd, just the normal nerd. Anyways, price-wise, I think they're going to probably sell it for $100. My reasoning for that is that they're going to sell 4 controllers. My thought process is going to be this. The SNES Classic went up $10 from the NES Classic, and it came with a second controller. So since the NES came out, it's still only having 1 controller, which I don't think was smart. I think they should have thrown in the second one and put a new price on it as a bundle. That's what I would have done. But also, I'm probably going to purchase a wireless controller for both the SNES Classic and the NES Classic, so I don't have to be tied to a cord. And with that $100 price range, it's also going to give you more graphics power and also just more stuff in general that you can work with. So if you do decide to flash it and do your own type of things on it, you're going to be able to do way more things than what I'm going to be able to do on there. Just because I don't want to flash, I want to have the original games built in and just play with those. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, again, I want you guys to tell me in the comments below what you guys think. And we'll see what happens. Hello there, paisanos. I am Matthew Quabell, a entertainment idiot. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching this video. And make sure you click that little likey button and the subby button, which is somewhere on the screen as of now. That's all I have to say, so it's just, dance. Bye!